Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's really nice here, but still kind of hot. I'm kind of looking forward to some cool weather soon. Hopefully you guys are all well. So you might have seen earlier I posted that the haunted home is already unavailable. I knew it was going to be a popular kit. I do have mine expected to come. So right now I have 3 open spots for my class. It is an in-person class here in Rio Rancho. I was able to put my kit together. Look at how cute. So your class fee will include the kit and then this base that I put mine on. I'm afraid to tip it. The house isn't attached, and the reason I didn't attach the house is that so you could put a tea light inside and then your windows will open. I took some pictures. See, this is basically your base that you're gonna get, and then all the stuff for the kit. But I didn't want to glue that down, like I said, because I want to put a tea light in it. I keep going the wrong way. I forget my camera's backwards. So I do have 3 available spots if you'd like it. I will put the registration link. It's October 24th at 11 o'clock here at my home in Rio Rancho. So otherwise, the kits are on back order. Don't know when they'll be back in. So just keep an eye on it. And I have my adhesive kits still and my basic class kits. The difference is this one's full of adhesives. This one here has scissors and bone folder. It's the basic class kit, things that you'll need when you attend a class. And it includes the clear bag. Shipping's included for free. It's over 25% savings if you were to purchase everything alone. And if you would like today's project sheet, just join my email list. I will put the link underneath this when we get done. And I received my holiday catalog inside the mail. So if you would like one, just let me know and I will send it to you. Just either comment here or you can email me letting me know that you want the holiday catalog. Look, I'm gonna move this because again, I'm delayed. Wanna make sure I'm gonna be in the camera. Okay, good. Looks like we're good there. Yeah, so the holiday catalog's pretty exciting. There's not much Halloween. If you're a Halloween person like me, that's when I was able to pre-order those kits. I said, I'm gonna pre-order them. Because I knew that they were going to run out. So here is today's project. And can you guess what's inside? You might have seen it through the side, but let me show you. There is these little Mentos gums. I picked mine up at Walgreens. So they have the spearmint, and this is fresh mint, so it's probably like a peppermint. But I seen these and I thought these are cute little things to put in your, gum to put in your purse, or especially when you travel like me. And I wanted to make something for it. So this is what I came up with. And we are using the Potions and Spells bundle. Now this bundle is an online exclusive. So you have the stamps and the dies. I've already pulled out what I'm going to use, I hope. But this is an online exclusive. If you guys have those bonus day coupons that you haven't used yet, don't forget, place an order and get them. So we're also going to use, I'm not using any designer series paper because we really don't have the Halloween designer series paper. But I'm going to be using the deckled circles. I've already pulled the ones out that I'm going to use on those. And we're going to use some window sheets and good stuff. I wanted to use a window sheet so it makes like the bubbles are, coming out of the pot. or the cauldron, I should say. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna use a 2 1/4 by 9 piece of gorgeous grape. 2 1/4. Let's get this open. By 9. And then I'm going to cut the little insert as well, which is 2 1/2 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to go 2 1/2 by 2 1/4. Now this is going to be important, this 2 1/2 side. This is the 2 1/2. I'm going to get my scoring tool instead of using the trimmer. So on this 2 1/4, the long side, 2 1/4 by 9, on the 9-inch side, we're gonna score at 1, 2 1/2, 5, and 6 1/2. Okay, so now this little piece, the 2 1/2-inch side, is going to be your long side. We are going to score it at a 1/2 inch on each end. So you could do a 1/2 inch, or you can do 2. So 1/2 inch and 2. Otherwise, you do a 1/2 inch, turn it around, and do another 1/2 inch. That's kind of like if you're using the trimmer. Okay, so that is basically our container, or our little box, or it's not actually a full box, but that's gonna go like this. And this piece, before we fold those score lines, we are gonna use the deckled circle. And let me get the die cutting machine. And show you how this is going to work. So we're going to put this right in the center. And so since this circle's not like an actual straight circle, try to get it between your 2 1/2-inch score lines. If you get it a little bit over, it's okay. It's still going to work. And just try and center that. I'm going to put that so it doesn't move. But since it's a deckled circle and not a straight circle, I tried the ones from the, stitch shapes, and there wasn't a circle big enough to fit the gum. So let's take this off. And now we can fold these score lines. You can burnish them if you'd like with a bone folder. And we are just going to, I think my score line was a little wonky there. So what we're gonna do is this is gonna go glued right here, like so. And then it's gonna glue to this other side. So we have our little holder. So let's see if my liquid glue is going to cooperate. You can also use tear and tape, but you'll just line this up right with your score line. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just line it up with the score line. Right like so. And then I think I tried it this, yeah, it'll work. So then you can add glue on here, this section. And then just fold this over. And let's just hold it for a little bit. Hi, Joan. Glad you're here. Thank you for commenting. Oops, I kind of just lost myself for a second there. Okay, so then that's gonna be our holder, just like so. So let me get, where's one of those gums? And these gums, my Walgreens only had the green color and the blue, but my daughter showed me she picks them up at her Walgreens in California, And she got like a orange. So I don't know if it was tropical. Not sure the flavors, but just check. And I'm sure you could probably Google it and find different places that have them. So I'm going to grab my pieces of cardstock. I already have them kind of cut because we are going to, I knew I'd forget something. I always forget something. We're going to do some heat embossing. So let's just go ahead and stamp our cat right on some gray granite cardstock. I just forgot to grab my embossing stuff, but it's not too far. These are the bubbles. And so all I did with my cat, I used smoky slate, and really all I did was I wanted to do the shadowing. So just along these dark lines, just kind of go around them. And forgot the little paws. And then with the light, you can just color in a little bit. I could have done it on basic white, but I really didn't color the whole cat in. I was just kind of doing a little bit of shading. Just probably looks like I've colored a lot in. He looks like he has some bangs there. All right. So then I use some Daffodil Delight. I'm using dark for his eyes, just so that his eyes stick out. Okay, so let me grab the cut and emboss machine. We are going to die cut our pieces. So here is our cauldron. Put that one there. We're gonna do our bubbles and our drips. I call it drips on our cauldron. I don't know what else to call instructions. It says drip. And then we have our window sheet that we are going to cut with the circle, the deckled circle. I think that's the 4th to the smallest. And let's get our cat in here. I really, maybe it goes better that way. Seems like it's a tight cut. Maybe I cut my paper a little bit too small. So we're gonna cut our cat, and he's probably gonna move. Trying not to stick my head in. And those are our pieces. So with the window sheet, I like to go over it a couple of times. You'll always get that crackling with it, but I like to go over it a couple of times just to make sure that the window sheet has cut through. Okay, so let's grab all these pieces. Get my drips, my bubbles, and let's hope it's a little bit stuck, but I could probably use, let's try one more time. But now to try and line this up again. I think we're right there. Oh, I hope it didn't move. You always get that nice little snap, crackle, pop with the window sheets. Okay. Ooh, I messed it up. It moved on me, but it's okay. We could still use it because half of it is not even going to be seen, because we just want that bubble, or the bubbles, to come up. So before we do that, we're gonna stamp and heat emboss. Let's get these bubbles out. There's 2 of the bubbles. We got our circle, our drips. And our kitty cat. Do you guys like Halloween? Are you big Halloween fans? I'm thinking of doing a class with treat holders. I just finished my Country Flowers class. Was working on those pillow gifts. Let me grab my embossing bin. But yeah, I was working on the Country Flowers stuff, and then I'm going to do my Haunted Home class. And then I will start working on a treat package class. So this, I need silver. Do I have it out already? Oh, I have it in my tray. Okay. When you always forget, I always forget something. So I'm going to use the embossing buddy on here just to make sure that I don't get silver everywhere else. And we're going to stamp the Hocus Pocus, a little Hocus Pocus in Versamark right on this side. And let's get our silver embossing powder. Joan, how's the weather in Washington State? I hope there's no more fires. You know, we were in California and they were just starting, and then we went to Yellowstone and there were some starting around there. Okay, so let's go ahead and heat emboss this, and pardon if it's too loud. You could also do this like in white embossing powder, see it turning on. I like to heat emboss, and I just don't do it often enough, and I don't know why. Okay, so that's done. Sometimes that embossing buddy leaves that white, but it's okay because then it makes it look like our cauldron is a little been used a lot. Okay, so as I was telling you here, I'm gonna need to trim this because I messed it up. We're just gonna glue this right behind. So you're not gonna, see, the thing moved. So you're not gonna have all of it showing. So let me grab my silicone mat. And I just put a strip of glue. Trying to figure out what's the best part of the circle. We need to let that dry a little. There, a little bit better. So then we can glue our drips on. I don't know why I couldn't think of a word for that other than drips. Oh, there's a lot of fires. So what I did is I just put drips or drops of glue. You can add more bubbles if you would like. I just used the 4. But actually I used 5. I must have cut some extras. But I'm just using the 4 right now. I hope all those darn fires get put out soon. So sad. We were actually up in Rio Doso this weekend, and you may have heard or seen on the news that they had some big fires. And then after the fires, they got all kinds of rain, and there was so much flooding. Ugh, it was horrible to see the devastation. It was just so bad. So I'm going to put this on here now with dimensionals. So I put my dimensionals on my cover first. Oops, Here, I took out 5. I was sticking them all over my fingers. But yeah, they said like, shoot, over 800, 900 homes were lost. So what I did is I aligned this top of the cauldron up at the top here. Just like so. But I could not believe the damage that water does. It just, any home, cabins. Rio Doso is a ski resort town. They're mainly known for skiing. So they have like a lot of cabins that, you know, rent probably during the winter for ski season. And they were just gone. And then there was one big old house that had like a giant hole through it. So it must have been like the whole gushing stream came through it. And the thing was, is it was brick. And so I was kind of telling my son, it's like crazy how much damage water can do. But, you know, water is so heavy. All right, so then we got our bow there. Just put it kind of below the legs of the cauldron. And then we're going to put our kitty cat. I'm not sure if I need it 1 or 2. I'll put 1 first and then we'll see. But it was horrible. I remember years back, me and my husband were in Florida after a hurricane, and even then I was just like, where do you begin with the damage? So there's our kitty cat, and we're actually already done. See how quick that is? I added another bubble. So I have, oops, a bubble here. So let's go ahead and add it. But yeah, it's just, I've seen so many people in California lose their homes. Luckily, our children haven't been affected. But there you go. One other thing that, you know, I used to use all the time was my Wink Estella. And then when it went on back order for a long time, I hadn't been using it. But I did put it on here. And I thought I just seen some movement out in the backyard. We had a snake the other day. It was a big old snake. Well, he was small but long. He was skinny. But I told my husband, okay, I'm not going out to empty the garbage anymore. This one's still not glued all the way. So right outside my windows, you know, is our backyard. And I was watching the hummingbirds. Oh, as I speak, there's a hummingbird coming up right now. So there's our 2 little treat holders. Just once that dries, you could see the sparkles. Hopefully you could see the sparkles on there. But there's our treat holders. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And be sure and join me next week. I think if my new products come in, I might make something with the new products. Thank you, Joan. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day and take care. Oops, this bow came off. Have a great day and you take care. Bye.